a pitch like this.
Challenges of opening the season on the road.
I look at it as a benefit. Sometimes you're not fans and you're.
Cook got on the dead-on run. That's McIntosh there. That almost the dead angle toward Aguilar. Takes advantage of the space, lays it to the outside. Left-footed shot there directly at the keeper, Cornell. No trouble. Speaking of the away goalkeeper, there is Owen Cornell, starting keeper for UIC.
You can already see that they want to play out of the back. Already, tight quarters back there, rolling a ball into your center back, but hands and good distribution right off the and great ball out wide from McIntosh into Fortune.
Fortune runs onto it. Tried to pull it back briefly. Aguilar spins away. Left-footed ball looking here. Mazos will try to track
himself to not put the ball in the back of the net there, but credit to Ceylon, gets big, shuts down the angle. Dono out wide, absolutely lethal cross from the outside.
Pinpoint accurate. Keeper called into action here early. Multiple on the run. Cornell is way out.
The kid from the Toronto Academy, bits of bright moments last season. I think came in, you could kind of see the potential there, and maybe didn't have the season that he'd like to hope, but new season, new lease, let's go. Great first action.
Cornell from LaGrange, Illinois. Graduate transfer from Notre Dame. Chiba. He will try.
Chukwu's on here.
Going to settle it. Looking for that option. Ball played through. That was defender coming back.
Ackerman Stanfield brings a nice little bit of quality to the middle of the park there. You can just see he's calming the ball. Cheeky little chip pass in behind there, but you can just tell the quality. There's a quiet confidence about him, and then at 6'1", 180, he's also a presence in the midfield, airily and physically. I wonder how that'll kind of change the dynamic of the midfield, because I'm still looking at this large gap, especially Aguilar. He just keeps going higher and higher. And last season for the University of Tulsa, we noticed more sitting a little bit, just nuzzled into the middle of the midfield, really having to act as the fulcrum of the team. And this year, we're already seeing this first 25 minutes.
7 career points while he was playing at the JUCO Eastern Florida State. There he is one more time. He's going to have a go.
Right
Got
idea.
the keeper.
Sequence, the ball's on his left foot there, and obviously trying to connect a pass as the team that is willing to play out of the back, but ultimately there's a time where I think you do need to pull the trigger and go long, and that's probably the time. And Ackerman Stanfield's probably a little frustrated to have an open net. I think he, we've seen his quality of distribution. That's a guy that would bet on himself to put that in the back of the net.
Cornell, as he was tracking back, kind of had that uh-oh look even in his gait. Chukwu had 6 starts last season. Looked to make an impact here early, maybe so. Through ball there, keeper has it, sliding through.
Another dangerous attack for UIC, and all that attack stems from a second ball, one in the midfield, where we keep highlighting, and hate to beat a dead horse here, but there's this just overwhelming hole where second balls are falling, and there's only UIC players there, and themselves in that final third, just how many guys they're able to get into that final third. That seems like a big improvement.
Shot that's wide.
Because, yeah, you want to believe and get numbers in the box offensively, but then you do have to have the organization defensively. That means one of those center backs has to be the willing one to step, and one has to be the one that tracks that deep runner of UIC. Although, so far, we haven't seen UIC have anybody up top with any straight line speed. And
boy, Cornell.
Man, he is just playing with fire, flames.
Top of him.
Both outside backs for UIC getting a ton of joy in this first half.
See what decision Cornell makes here.
Waiting. I'm like, anything could happen with this kid right now.
Now off to the races to the opposite side.
Tulsa have numbers.
Transition game, they'll pull it up for just a brief moment here. Aguilar on the run.
A lot to ask of Aguilar in that moment. He does well to dig that one out.
Yeah, Heel shielding him off, and Aguilar got just a little piece.
It's a frustrating pass, I think, to watch. You've got a winger that's got the ball, and yeah, you have a willing runner in Aguilar there, and yes, it was just a little dink of a pass on top of the 18, and just be so calm to make a.
Tulsa quickly to the opposite end. That will be. Cook will put this one in play. Towards the back post. Trouble for Cornell. Wants to quickly go. Umbrella has a lot of space.
Yes, great first touch.
Looking to go there. Here's Cook.
Once again, tons of numbers in the box for Tulsa. Very encouraging sign for them early on in this 2026 campaign.
Ackerman Stanfield finds Rodriguez. Ball given away there. 2:20 remaining here in the first.
I think they both feel that that's fair, and that's what changes both coaching staff make. Here from TU, a sense of urgency, which I always like to see coming. 5 minutes of a second half can always be a little dull. So I think, yeah.
It was about just kind of growing into who you are, level of maturity, and so far we've experienced that here early on because he's been under some pressure.
Yeah, and I think, talk about a guy that's playing up to the potential. I think, in the spring and then early in preseason, they're not shipping. Go take care of this.
Ackerman Stanfield giving a here. See Tulsa with some press here early on.
Great aerial win there from Jake Reich, making his presence felt.
Fortune.
What's interesting, neither of these teams have gone route one at any vertically try and stretch the back line.
No.
I don't think from a Tulsa standpoint that they that kind of straight line, speed or anything like that. And for UIC, like the way they play, I think their emphasis is to get the ball wide, get numbers in the box and cross. But yeah, just kind of interesting. A semblance of some verticality here because the pitch is extremely wide. I think both teams are doing a great of using the pitch, but sometimes when
balls that hasn't necessarily been the case tonight. Fortune. Side edge, defender cleans it up.
Talent is there to just have to make defenses see.
That off the
line. Luke Ackerman right back to him. Oh, so trust in that starting 11, because it feels like next few minutes UIC might make a change to just strike back quickly.
Stumble, unlucky for him.
Yeah, Tercio's kind of gone quiet the last 15 or so minutes.
Heel, one-touch ball, finds Chiba.
Felt like Tercios was finding the most joy as they could find Nakazono out wide when UIC could really get their width right. It just gave Tercios a little bit of space to sit underneath. Oh. Close as a center back there, and on that turn, especially at the speed of that throw-in, I think it's tough because you want to get a handful of shirts so they can't turn so much, but when they're in the box, you know, you've got to be so smart. Getting that close is risky.
Finally back in action here. In a couple of
back.
Ward was
That would have the sense of the world. There's a dink. Honduras has got to have some of the best international kits with the big H on the chest, the oversized H.
Yeah.
Like, that is so cool. Although, like, Nigeria has probably, over the last decade, had the best kits.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Membrilla with a cross. Fortune, that one just kept right. Getting some minutes here, but that other combination that is in with Corey right there, also too. It's Corey Chase.
Wide open. If he wants to drift in, I'm curious if he will. Here it comes.
Bounces back out to him. We'll have an opportunity here. Settles. Finds Aguilar. Heels to the touch line. That waited perfectly on the dead run. Pulls back over the top, looking now for some help. Has Aguilar.
Yeah. Your foot around that ball a little bit more on that service, but numbers in the box for Tulsa, encouraging play in behind. Where, like, Ackerman Stanfield, you know, top of the D here. He's not even getting in the mixer. He's going to be the guy to make sure that anything that comes out.
How about this? Cook, left-footed ball. Header, that one's just too much. The end end of the match, we will have an interview with
Tulsa closing that. Shots on goal. I think when you really zoom, what a lot of coaches will like to focus.
Up to 8 now, and they just had 1 in the first. That one poked away, and that's going to be a
Now it's just picking times to get rid of the ball and get it back. I'm always a fan of someone that's got the tricks, that is willing to get rid of the ball and then get it right back if he continues his run.
Chukwu.
Applegate's free in the middle.
Good run there, right through the middle of the pitch. Not good enough in the final. Mejia. Again, just
finding those little bits of space, being a dangerous forward. And man, he probably wants that one back.
Hands directly to the head. Can't ask for much more of an opportunity than what just happened. They're not to be done yet. Corey